Hi everybody, Tim here, Quality Home Inspections again. Today I want to talk to you about radon and radon mitigation systems. Recently I've been getting a lot of questions in regards to if radon is found in my home, how do you take care of it? So I'm going to produce this two-part video series on mitigation systems to help you better understand, if radon is found in the home, how they fix it. I would recommend, before watching these two videos, that you go back to the blog page, and there's actually a 14-minute video produced by the EPA that in regards to it talks to you about safe levels, unsafe levels, overall conditions and effects of radon in the home, and then I would come back and look at these two videos. That way you have a better understanding about radon overall. So let's get started. Grab the camera here. And what you have here, this is the sump pump. And the reason they put it in the sump pump, this is the lowest part of the house, or the basement. And the pipe to the center, okay, is actually the discharge pipe for the sump pump. So the sump pump still works. If the water gets in, whether it be from underground source or seeps in through the French drain, the wall, what have you, it'll still work. The pipe on the right is actually the intake side of the mitigation system, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on the second part of the series or videos. But in essence, what they do is the first step is they're going to put a hole, allow for the intake pipe, which is a larger pipe on the right-hand side, to suck the air from underneath the slab in the house and out through the the crock or the sump pump area. The second thing, after that's installed, they will usually seal up the perimeter, the outside edge of the sump pump lid. That's the black lid you're seeing. And then they seal the pipes entering the lid. So in essence, what they're trying to do is not allow any air to escape through the crock or the sump pump itself. The third step in the process is they seal up the French drain. So you can actually see that right here. Okay, I'm going to bring you around, show you a few areas. Okay, all this is sealed up. They usually use caulk or some type of cement. I've seen foam. There's all kinds of different ways or things they'll use to seal up the French drain. Once that part's done, the next part is they actually put the remainder of the pipe in, and that actually discharges to the outside. And we'll show you the outside on the second series, but I just wanted to point this out to you. Okay, once the pipe's in, the next step in the process is they actually mount this gauge. Okay, and the gauge, what that tells you is that the system's working. It actually goes, and I know it's going to be a little tough to see, but right where my finger is, that's a 0, and it goes up to 5. Okay, as you can see, the left-hand side is up higher than the right-hand side. That lets you know that the system's working, running the way it should. One way to tell if the system's not working is if these gauges or liquids are right at 0. That means there's an issue, blockage, problem with the system. So you want to call and have it serviced. Okay. Once the gauge is put in, they usually put the stickers on here. Okay. In essence, what this says is a radon reduction system. And to monitor the levels, again, that's the gauge. You want to monitor that. Not to lose sleep over, but occasionally you want to check it. And the other thing it says is that your home should be tested at least every 2 years, or as your state recommends. Okay. I know in Delaware it's every 2 years, but I usually recommend every year to the homeowners. That just lets you know everything's working fine. And I also provide a computer-generated report once the testing is done. Then after the gauge, the stickers are on, gives you a model number for the equipment. The next step is they run all the electric, and you're actually going to see that a little better outside, and I'll show you all that stuff. There's a disconnect switch with a tag, and all the tag says is that the system, in other words, don't turn it off because then you're going to lose power. Okay, so here's your disconnect switch. Little toggle switch is all that is. So let me give you a brief overview, a quick synopsis. They seal the sump pump, put the pipe in, discharge it outside, gauge goes in, run the electric, and then the you know, all the stickers with all the valuable information goes on you know, the pipe. So this is part one. Okay. And before I go outside, this is going to be kind of important too. Normally what they will do is leave a, you know, once the system's in, a qualified mitigation company will actually retest the home. So let me show you that real quick. Hopefully I don't trip here. Here's the radon monitor itself. So in a couple of days, the installing contractor will come back and check the radon levels just to make sure the system's working properly. And then, like I said, you want to do it, you know, well, I recommend every year, but, you know, the state here recommends every 2. So that's part one, and I'll have part 2 here very shortly. Thanks for watching. This is Ted Underwood, Quality Home Inspections.